Hello and welcome! Silrace here, and it is a new season entirely, and other things such as that. So it is time to play some team decks, and as you can see I played some extra, double snipe, that's not helpful. Anyway, I played some towards the end of the last season, so I actually have a, not rank 25 when I start, and this deck is my shoot them deck. Essentially it features any sort of a creature or ability or whatnot which shoots something towards the enemies. Now I did not add Ragnaros into this deck because frankly I didn't want to. Seemed a little out of the place even though it shoots a fireball. But I want dudes and abilities and such which actually shoot things. And then obviously, well, not obviously, but of course, I also happen to have the big bad target of all shooting, as in what every hunter is hunting in this deck as well, in the form of King Crush. Just for the flavor's sake of things. So that is what we do here, and he's that, so I guess we snipe, huh? And then kill the final mirror image. Let's see how well this deck works, because I just randomly built this deck because I had a funky idea. And so that is not good. That is not good. Oh, burn the fire blast, huh? That means I don't have to play a minion at the moment if I don't want to. But I might coin out a Nightblade. This is not technically a shot creature. There is, like you run out of, you do run out of battle cries and such which shoot. But she throws a dagger, okay? It is a shot of some sort, right? Is throwing akin to shooting? Someone figure it out for me. Ew, that was a very nice snipe. A proper snipe. Very nicely done. Thank you for that. Then we use hero power and set up another snipe. And then we smack you. So, like I said, this is the first time I play this deck. I have no idea whatsoever how well this does in any matchup. But we are supposed to have fun when I play team decks, or at least I am supposed to. So that is what I am doing here, and I am getting some very value snipes here. I actually do have 2 Reckless Rocketeers in this deck as well. Simply because, well, while it is not a creature who shoots, per se, and next turn is Flame Strike turn, so we are just not gonna drop any more creatures just yet. But as I was saying, do have Reckless Rocketeers, because it seems like she is riding a rocket and ramming that into an enemy. I assume that is a kind of a kamikaze shot of sorts, which would seem rather feasible, I guess. That was most interesting. None of this really helps actually deal with the damn enemy, so we have to play a creature, huh? Somehow we are wearing the mage down though. Even with this stuff. I mean, look at this hand. This hand is funky. Hunter's Mark helps shooting. I mean, obviously, he has a scope on the bow. Because why the heck not? It's a sniper bow. Yeah, and also, obviously, the deck... Well, obviously, I'm using that word way too much these days. Anyway, I do have a very nice thing in this deck called Gladiator's Longbow. Now, this is a shot you don't often see on board, and this one doesn't kill that, so I guess we are wasting explosive shot, huh? That way we can clear the board, and then we can get a second minion on the board. I mean, I could have used Hunter's Mark and done multi-shot, that would have done it as well, but this way we did it with 1 card only. Okay, you Arcane Explosion, do you have a follow-up? Oh, a Shield Mast, okay, that is target for another shot then, huh? What do I draw? Oh, I draw an arcane shot. Yeah, I might arcane shot her to the face actually. Just so we can get rid of that. Yeah, and I know I burned the Hunter's Mark like uselessly, but at this point we have her down to 2 life, and unless she has Ice Barrier or Ice Block, she's dead next turn, thanks to the hero power shot. Steady shot for the win! Yep, that's Nightblade. That probably means no Ice Barrier or Ice Block, yep. So we have a victory here. Well played. Let us move on to the next game. Game 2 of the Shoot 'em deck is against the Rogue. Let's see how this matchup turns out for us. I have no clue whatsoever. We don't need Flare. I actually have a single Flare in the deck, forgot to mention that. As a flavor card, and it is the only card draw in the deck, and it does shoot something in the air. So there is that. Mad Bomber, we can't do that on turn 1 though. And there is the ultimate bow. Well, of course, how they did the animation is that you actually run your face into the enemy even though you have equipped a bow. But it is a bow, we can all imagine that it is actually shooting, okay? So there is that. Ah, the big beastie. Big beastie rules, hey? The reason this guy is in the deck, because, well, he is the thing everything else in the deck would be hunting for, right? Obviously. Because he is the big nasty creature in the jungle. King of the jungle. Wasn't that a tiger or a lion or whatever though? Anyway, oh, we're gonna shift that and I'm gonna attack it. I assume so. But then I have my rifleman. And you can get a rifleman to the face. Oh, I am not having good draws this game, it seems like. Because I have no turn 4 or 5 or 6 plays in hand at all. Unless I want to drop an arcane shot, which I might have to. But we shall see how it turns out. This is a little bit painful. When you end up playing theme decks such as these, you always end up well, not always, but occasionally end up in these sort of little problem situations where, well, you are committing, well, at least I am committing rather harshly to the theme I decided to make up, and then it doesn't have a good mana curve. It is not necessarily like playable deck at all. But the thing is, I am having a blast doing this like early rankings with these decks, and they also really teach me how to play the game very differently, with a different mindset, because you're using, or in this case I am, using entirely different kind of set of cards I would normally use. So I have to actually think, what the heck am I doing? Which I absolutely love. I like that aspect of card games. I've always liked, even though frankly I haven't played too many card games. In all honesty, I wasn't a big Magic the Gathering fan. I played it early on when it came out. And such, and there is my flare, so I might have to flare this turn to, just for the card draw, because I don't expect this to be a full Miracle Rogue. If there had been, I would probably have seen the gadgets on Auctioneer already. So let's burn flare for a card draw, huh? See what we get. An Elven Archer, you know, I'll rather use my hero power and smack with the Ironforge Rifleman. I am imagining this guy actually shooting the rogue instead of running headfirst into her. Because running headfirst into ladies with dual-wielded blades in hand seems like a really bad idea. But that is just me. Oh, that is nearly perfect. Pretty much perfect, huh? We will take that out. And then we will smack your heads into your blades some more. I can't believe I'm winning this with 2 Ironforge riflemen. Like, what is going on here? This is kind of funky. Now I really want to get King Crush on the board as well. Oh, now I'm really afraid of... okay, good. Because had those 2 stayed on board with 2, like, with 1/1s on it, I would probably have not played Mad Bomber, but since she didn't do anything, let's just win the game and give her the well played twice, because this was a bit too much of a stunt for my liking. But the deck is doing hilariously well, so let's see you folks in the next game, huh? And a third game matchup is against a Warlock. I do quite enjoy that so far all 3 games have been against a different class. That is quite interesting, and also it actually shows me how this deck functions. Oh god, that is a really good opening hand against a Warlock. I think we might be coining out a snipe. Yeah, I think we might be doing that. Just in case it is one of those funky Warlocks who likes to do... Or we could coin Demolisher on turn 2. Because that would eliminate quite a lot of the small things. But we can turn 2 on Mad Bomber. So if there is something silly coming on the board, we can Mad Bomber it. So I rather do this, just because this deals with all the early demons so very well. I mean, it happens to drop a Psychobus, happens to drop a Void Walker or whatever, but this is obviously a little bit of a problematic opening, but I get rid of the creature. I did trade a coin for it though, which is a slight annoyance, but this might actually be that we are saving Mad Bomber for the turn. It was a cute play, so I had to do it. I mean, come on, I'm having fun, trying to have fun here, and actually I'm having fun playing this kind of a deck. Oh, okay. That thing is kind of that thing is not a threat for Demolisher, so we will play Demolisher and lob a bomb on it. Or lob the bomb on the, you know, Warlock. Whichever comes first. Do you drop something? I want an Arcane Shot or oh, Shadow Bolt. Okay, Demolisher ate the Shadow Bolt then. That's fine. That means I can play Mad Bomber next turn without a hitch. And actually I have enough mana to get rid of the Void Walker as well, provided this guy hits the Void Walker once. Nope, it does not. Then we are going to use the hero power. I don't want to waste the Arcane Shot on that thing just yet. And Deadly Shot in this situation is really, really bad. There is just no good target for it. Oh my word. Oh well. I would have wanted my multi-shots and stuff like that at this point, but for some reason 2 games in a row I keep getting these guys very early in the hand. Maybe the game just simply wants me to play them because I don't often have them in a deck. So there is that. Do I risk a Deadly Shot on clearing Bully by Bodyguard? Oh, really? Are you... Wait, okay. I guess I am using Deadly Shot this turn then, huh? Yep, we are using Deadly Shot and then we are shooting a steady shot. Well, shot and shoot and bow shots, whatever. Gladiator's Warbow. No, it was the Warlords, not Warlords, Grand Warlords, whatever it was. That was a crossbow, right? Oh, a second target for a Deadly Shot. I am quite liking this, huh? And then I pulled the second Gladiator's Longbow even. For next turn, board clearing. This matchup somehow is working. There hasn't been any early demons whatsoever from the Warlock. I guess it's not running a deck like that. Unfortunately for her, or him, or it. But we will be clearing the board, huh? Arcane Shot that to death next turn. And do some, or if there is another minion we might be multi-shotting to get rid of it as well. Seems reasonable to me. Now, do you have some? I assume you must have something to play. You have 6 cards, what, 6, 7 cards in hand and 8 mana. Have to have something to play at this point. I mean, even if the deck seems like it's made of basic cards for the most part, yep, have to have something to play. See, there it is, huh? Might be using multi-shot here and smacking that thing in the face with my bow. That seems extremely reasonable. Yep. Have this to the face, and then we are steady shotting you. And next turn, the big beastie is on the board. Big beastie is funky. I haven't played many decks where I include this guy. There's one reason why I really wanted to make this deck, because it's hilarious card to bring. King Crush, 8/8 with charge. Too bad it doesn't, it kind of compare, like, it doesn't compare overly well to things like Ragnaros and stuff, but he's still funky. And, well, are you asleep or? Oh, a Wolf Rider, scary. Scary stuff, huh? Yeah. I could technically now play some other stuff just to arcane shot that, but we will absolutely King Crush, because we can play him and I want to play him at least once during this series. So yeah. So that's 7 damage on him, he has on the board. If he doesn't clear King Crush, he's dead next turn. And I still have lethal in hand here. So there is obviously that. So if there is no taunt and it doesn't kill me this turn, then he's quite dead. Unfortunately, but such seems to be life. Oh, that is not taunt. Shadow bolting for 5, then he's running that into it. Okay. But you're still dead. Well played, Mr. Warlock. Right, so that's 5, that's 7, and hero power is... Well, I could double arcane shot, but we will hero power instead, and well played, Mr. Warlock. I'll see you folks in the next game. Okay, so the final game, we come full circle. We played the first game against the mage, we are playing the 4th and final game against the mage as well. I think I want to keep the Demolisher just for the funsies of it, because Demolisher is a fun card. Oh, and we get a snipe. That is good, I like. Unfortunately, if he has a mana worm or she has a mana worm, she gets to play it before I... excuse me. Before I can play as now. Yeah, I just ate breakfast, so apologies about that. Now, oh, no mana worm, no turn 1 mana worm. That is good. Then we are going to definitely put down a snipe, because well, I don't want a mana worm on the board, frankly. Oh, and that does as well. I'll gladly get rid of that thing. That is 1 snipe, well, essentially wasted, but we will get rid of it. And turn 3, this one is really harsh to get rid of. Turn 4, it is easy with a Frostbolt Fire Blast, but turn 3, it is not quite so. Obviously she has the coin, she has to burn the coin to get rid of it. Which I'm quite okay with, actually. That is fine. So I'm trading Demolisher for a Frostbolt coin. And an entire turn's worth of stuff. So then let's put down... Whoops! Clicked wrong button. This is not the end turn button. This is the steady shot button. Oh, an Iron Fire Grizzly. This might be the situation where I go Hunter's Mark into Elven Archer, into steady shot, and then smack with the Rifleman. Obviously I could have played Nightblade, but that means he could have traded the bear for 2 for 1. In this case, in this way I got rid of the bear rather easily. And let's see, is that a Vaporize? Or ice barrier, or what is it? Let us find out, huh? It might be mirror image. Might be mirror image, in which case I do want Nightblade rather than Reckless Rocketeer. Well, Reckless Rocketeer obviously dies the multi-shot easier. So yeah, let's play Nightblade. Yeah, it's not mirror entity. What the heck is it then? Probably probably a spellbender or oh, a polymorph on that? Okay, that is curious choice of life. That means one less poly to hit King Crush. I'm quite okay with that, huh? Then we will, since it's not a mirror entity, then we will definitely Reckless Rocketeer and ram into the mage. Rambush! I mean, come on, she sits on a freaking weapon of mass distraction or destruction or whatever. Ew. Hello. You're gonna fire blast that. Then I'm gonna deadly shot that thing off the board. Definitely deadly shot that thing off the board. And then we will smack you around some more. I'm half expecting this to be a ice block. But so far we have seen pretty much basic creatures. So it might very well not be shield block. So of course, and since it's not seriously, we can win this turn or we can play King Crush. Which one do I want to do? I guess we will not drag this out for the mage. So we will play it this turn and we will win. Unless that is an ice block. It is not. Well played. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you folks in the next episode of Team Decks.